morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Matt. This is Season 3, Episode 4 of Doom Comes to Willowford. The band left the campsite, arrived at the general area of the keep, and the last time we did this, there were skeletons up here in the courtyard. They were in this area right here. So let's see if they have respawned. I hate to say video game me here, but this whole thing is an undead area. We know that there's undead. Have they come back? And that is a no. So the party, as they approach, they do not hear anything. They do not see anything. Sam is actually going to sneak up here to, let me change my pen here. He's going to sneak up to here and take a look and see if there is anything in this courtyard area. He obviously does not see anything because there are no skeletons. And then he will return back to the group and they will implement their plan. If you remember from the last video, their plan was the magic user, Halronda, and Sam were going to come up to the gate, up here, to the wall. Sam was going to climb the wall, drop a rope down to Hal so that Hal can climb up on the wall. And the goal of this is that then they will be able to do missile attacks while protected from this vantage point. And they were going to flood the area with oil as well. And numerous of my characters have oil. She does not. I need a mat here. Yes. Whoop. Hello. Oh, okay. So we've got a couple oils, and they will execute that. Now, Sam, according to the rules for thief, and let's see. So thievery, they are successful on a 1 or 2 in a 6. Now, the way I do it is I give him a 1 plus 1 because he has a high dexterity. So he will do this on a 1, 2, or 3. He is successful. Well, I can roll. 1. Okay, so Sam easily climbs up. Then he will drop a rope down to Halronda. She will then climb up next to him. Once they are up there, they are going to toss 2 vials of oil basically in this area. With the intent is that Willona and Dagna will come in, raise some noise, and then as the skeletons come out, they will exit the area and Willona and Dagna will throw a torch in there and light everything up. All right. So let's see. I'm going to do a let's use Sam will throw the oil because he gets a +3 on missile attacks. So what I'm going to do is basically say they've got to hit a 10 armor class to get it in roughly the area that he wants. And of course, let's see. So of course he doesn't throw it where he wants. Let's see. 12. Okay, so he throws it and the flask of oil actually hits this wall. And what I did right there is I was just assuming a clock, 1 o'clock, 6, 9, 3. Should have done it that way, eh? Let's make this a little bit more easy for you guys to understand what I did. 12, 3, 6, and 9. I rolled a 12. So he threw it too hard, and it actually hits this wall and basically fills up that area. He's got, well, shucks. And he's going to throw another one. Let's see if it goes where he wants it to go. 13. What was I doing? Oh, +3. Yeah. So he's like, oh, wait, no, you know what? I did that totally backwards. Well, really, I have been playing these games for like 40 years. So actually, a 20 would have been perfect. That would have been a critical hit. I don't know what I was. I was thinking ability checks. Anyway, so his goes exactly where he wants it to on the first one. Then he does another one, and it goes in the same place that he wants it to as well. So basically, he covers this area with oil. Then Willona and Dagna, who have torches, they're going to approach, and they are going to come up here. And you know what? I am going to do something real quick. I'm going to print this. I printed out the map that I drew on GoodNotes, and all I've done is just told my printer to print one page. And what I'm going to do real quick is utilize this for the battle using these guys as minis. So let's see, let's do this real quick. Sam is blue. Oh, shit balls. Hal is yellow. They are up here. Let's do orange for Lona. She is right there. And green for Dagna. These are, I think these were like $10 on Amazon. I got them super duper cheap. Now, we know last time there were 3 skeletons and then 1 skeletal champion, if I remember was what they were called. Let me double check that real quick. Yeah, so there's 3 skeletons and 1 skeletal champion. And I actually did roll their... We did kill 1, but I'm going to say it regenerated just because, well, I think that sounds a lot more fun. So, skellies, we got 2, 4. That looks like it's a 5. If I can read my own handwriting here. And then a skelly champ, and he's got a 6. But he's got an AC of 13, and they have an AC of 12. So these are +1 hit dice, and he is a +2 hit dice. So that's the setup of this conflict here. You know what? I'm going to get that out there. Thanks, Dungeon Master, for storing all my dice for me nice and neatly. All right. Yeah, I think we're good here. So the plan is they've littered this area with flasks of oil. So this area is wet with oil. Willona and Dagna are going to approach, and they are going to make a shit ton of noise. And I think what I'm going to do is roll on the encounter table to see what happens. And let's see, 6. Ooh, they are enthusiastic. So do they hear them? I'm just going to say yes, they do. And the skeletons come running out. Now, obviously, we are prepared for this, so I am not going to roll initiative or anything like that. We know that these guys are here. We plan for this encounter. So we are going to get the drop on them. That's just me making that decision. Let's see. All right. Let's see if all 3 get out here. And let's see. Do they stop in this area, or do they charge on through? I think it's probably likely that they're going to charge on through, and we are going to have to drop the torches immediately. No, so they do not charge on through. So they come out into the area, and I'm just going to do a straight roll to see if the champion comes out. I'm going to do the same thing. I think you know what? I'm not even going to roll. I think he's going to come out. Does he stand in the oil? That is a yes. So they all come out basically kind of confused. They come out, rah, with their weapons, and they all stand in that area. And then Dagna and Willona are both going to throw torches into that oil. And, well, let's see. I know there's, damn. I looked it up real quick because I couldn't remember. You got to roll to hit an 11 AC for tossing it where you want, basically. So they're going to, I'm going to use that same mechanic. That's actually the rule for throwing oil, which I guess I should have used, but he did better than that anyway. So they are going to throw oil and throw torches and attempt to light this on fire. So, Willona, perfect. Wow, 19. I wasted a lot of good rolls on that there. So they toss their torches perfectly, and they land right there and ignite the oil that is there. This does a automatic 6 points of damage to each one. Nice and convenient. So these are the Skellies. First one, and he is dead. The middle one, he is dead. And the last one does not die. So he's dead, and he has 1 hit point. And the Skelly champion, well, this is going exceptionally better than the last time. So they immediately run out at the door, and we toss the torches down perfectly. And as they do that, they toss torches, they burst into flames. They're immediately engulfed in flames. They flop around a little bit before the magic that animates their bones is dissipated. 2 of the Skellies collapse. The skeleton commander, the gear on him lights on fire, and eventually the magic that powers him and animates his skeleton crumbles, and we are left with 1. Perhaps he wasn't quite standing in the fire. Maybe it just burned him a little bit, but it burned him pretty bad. He's down to only 1 hit point, and we'll roll initiative here. Oh, 6-1. We beat them. So Willona will charge forward. Now remember, she has Oathbreaker. She draws Oathbreaker, and that is when she realizes, when she pulls it out, it's actually glowing. It has a faint bluish glow to it that it actually, that was another thing that ChatGPT created. It glows slightly in the presence of undead. So she will run forward and slice at it with Oathbreaker, and she completely misses it. Trying to avoid the flames that are still burning there, she kind of swings at it from a distance and misses. Dagna walks up with her mace, and she will take a shot. 18. She smashes it right in the head, and its head just totally shatters. And we are, well, that was a completely different outcome from what we had previously. That's kind of crazy. We're going to wait for the fires to extinguish. Sam will help Hal down, and then he will climb down. So we will regroup. After the fires extinguish, we are going to cautiously enter this room, which the room says a large chamber with a sagging, sorry, I touched my microphone. A large chamber with a sagging wooden ceiling, dust-covered tables, and torn banners along the wall. Also in this room, if you remember when we entered it the first time, this room was being searched by these skeletons. So drawers are opened on cabinets, tables are flipped over, piles of debris have been dug through. And when we walk in, we're going to see that. And also there is a large chair at the end of the table. There's tables and chairs in here. So they're going to go in here and they're going to start searching. And let's see if, okay. Son of a bitch. All right, nothing comes while we are searching. We're going to spend a considerable time searching. And while we do that, we uncover a chest that is hidden underneath the main chair. So, whoops, I'll give it a search for. Also in this room is a spiral staircase that looks exceptionally worn and not safe. So there's this spiral staircase that's leading up. We're going to take a peek. We're going to take a peek up through the hole in the ceiling that the stairs go through and just see if we hear or see anything. We're not going to climb the stairs. We're just going to kind of look up. All right, we do not. There is nothing up there. We are going to listen at this door. Sam and, oh no, all of them will listen. They don't hear anything. They're going to open the door. The door is kind of falling off of its hinges. It's rusted pretty bad and deteriorated. The wood is rotted and deteriorated, so they can just open the door and slide on in there. The next room, it appears to be a kind of kitchen and has lots of storage and wooden shelves and some cabinets off on the side. It is just filled with rotting wooden shelves. Broken pottery litter the room. As you enter, mice scurry among the debris. One large cabinet off to the side over here that the doors are still closed. So we're going to continue searching this area as well and see if anything can be found. Oh, wow. All right, so while we are searching, we do encounter something. Let me go to my random tables. While we are searching this area, I'm going to roll wisdom on each of these guys. So I know that while they are searching this area, some bandits come into the area, probably exploring, checking things out on their own, and they are coming into the area. They're searching and being very slow and deliberate in what they're doing. Let's see if anybody in the band hears them. So I'm going to roll a wisdom ability check. So 10 or below. How Rhonda hears them. Sam does not. Willona does not. Dagna does not. So Hal hears them and alerts the group. And we come back out into this room. Hal gets another flask of oil ready. And Dagna and Willona have relit torches. So we're kind of prepared. Let's see. I rolled. There are 3 of them. And one of them pokes his head into the door. And let's do an encounter roll just to see what their attitude is, because that's a little bit sketchy here. So we've got, what are they feeling? 9. So they're feeling pretty friendly. They stick their head in the door, and of course they run into my 4 members of the band. And let's see who's got the highest charisma. Sam has the highest charisma. Oh no, Willona does. That's right. Willona. Oh, hold on. I need a sip of coffee. Got to have a beverage while you're playing, right? The leader of the band sticks his head in, and then he steps back out, and they're conferring with each other. They're chatting, and Helronda is going to step forward, say, "We are exploring these ruins on behalf of the church." Damn it, I can't remember the name of the church. I really got to look that up. We have permission from Father Bjork and are on a mission for the clergy. We have authorization to be here. Do not interfere with our expedition. And let's see what that was broken English and sounded stupid. 8. Dagna is going to load her crossbow, and Sam is going to step out over here with one of his and get his sling ready. So he's, it's one of those, it's not a like modern sling, it's one of those slings. And he is going to step out there. Dagna is going to step out there with a crossbow. Now she's not going to point it at him, but it's cocked, ready to fire. And they're just going to stand there, and then Hal is going to step. These two are going to make sure that they still have visibility. And she is going to say, do not interfere with our mission. We have authority of the church. Be gone from this area. I think they're going to. The leader is going to step forward, and he's kind of a swarthy, slimy car salesman type guy. And he is going to say, no offense, man. We were just checking this out. It's ruins we thought we might find, something to collect. We will take our leave. And they will start to back up. Now, just for total transparency, I guess you could call it, these guys were actually a randomly generated encounter that they are supposed to extract a toll. Well, they're going to try to extract a toll from the band, but clearly here they were outnumbered and the band was prepared for combat. So they chose not to. The band is going to go back into here and start searching again. And I, as the GM, know that there is one little trap sort of thing going on in this room. And I'm going to roll dice and see who is going to inspect this cabinet that's over here. Is Hal going to inspect it? Okay, so she got 6. Sam wasn't. Oh, Alona was. Dagna's not. All right, so what I'm going to do is basically, I was just figuring out high rolls there. Hal's going to be blue. Willona's going to be red. Whoever gets the highest is the one that's inspecting it when this happens. All right, Willona. Willona is over here, and she opens up this cabinet. And as she does, a beam falls from the ceiling, and she has to make a save to avoid it. And her save is 15. Ooh, that kind of sucks. 11. She does not. So a beam falls from from the ceiling. She's opening up the cabinet. She sees there's a silver goblet in there, and she is kind of, part of the ceiling above collapses, falls on her. She's unable to get out of the way. Oh, good. She only took 1 point of damage. All right, so she is at 4. Okay. After the band kind of, they also, the silver goblet. At that point, the band is going to, they're going to help, Willona up and everything, and they are going to head to these stairs. And I think I'm going to stop right there. All right, that was a quick session. I wanted to get another one out this week. I'd like to do one, but I preferably like to do 2 videos a week. This week I was just really busy and kind of crunched on time. So I wanted to get this done, record it, and get it out to you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I also want to give you a teaser, I guess you call it. So if you've listened to my channel, I've probably said it somewhere, or you may have figured it out. I am a retired Army vet. I love history. One of my favorite time periods is World War II. I just love it. Band of Brothers, I think I've probably watched it 17 times. I just love the time period, the actions of the greatest generation, all that just blow me away. So given that this is kind of working the way I wanted and it's going well, I've been reading recently a product that was brought out back in 2015. Pull it over here so I can read it a little easier. It's called World War II Operation White Box. It's based on White Box rules. And actually, I just ordered spiral bound version of this with a custom homemade cover. So hopefully that'll be here in a week or 2. It was written by Peter Spahn, who is not related to James Spahn, if you're curious, the other white box guy that's known around the internet. But I've been able to use ChatGPT to set up an entire campaign with a ton of awesome random tables for locations, missions, NPCs, equipment. It's freaking amazing. So my goal is, and my hope is that in the next week or two, I'm going to start a second campaign that's going to go over the adventures of a special forces squadron behind enemy lines around spring 1944 that parachute in. It's going to be Band of Brothers. I'm not going to lie, that's what it's going to be, because I want to play it, and I'm going to use the random tables and the missions, because honestly, if you haven't tried Chat GPT, it's freaking amazing. So I'm going to use that to generate stuff. I'm going to still play it very similar to the way I'm playing this game, but I'm going to use those tables to kind of help gear and guide, steer. Geez, I can't speak today. Steer and guide the game and the campaign. So hopefully you'll join me for that. I will see you next week. Thank you again.